So, take a copy, don't take a copy, it's entirely up to yourself. I would not suggest that, but
You're going.
grab the stapler, maybe someone already has. Yep, you're welcome. Pass it around. Have it, please. Okay, I understand some are over in Spanish. I mean, some of you feel like you're missing out. I know I've never had a day of foreign language in my life, but you know, times change. Education. Okay, we've said this before. When you, or I should say, we mentioned this yesterday. How many times do you think you discussed the concept of a cell? I figured probably 4 or 5 times. Maybe yes, maybe no. Okay. Now, when it comes to these cells, one way to look at it is when you're going east out of town here, and on the south side of the road, there's a building going up there. I thought maybe it was the egg sales expanding, but no, it's the lumberyard. Okay, so when it comes to a general contractor, does that same general contractor do the work from the beginning of that project to the end?
Probably. Maybe not. Oh, probably not, because they probably just put up the building they have. Depends on that.
Well, I used this example in another class, but that was juniors and seniors. They probably have a little more experience about this type of question. Or even with that of a house, is the general contractor going to do all the work?
No.
No. So what do they do in order to, I don't know if you want to say expedite the process, or in other words, make it faster or more efficient? What might they do? Yeah, they're going to subcontract. They hire another one. Okay. So when we talk about cells, it's kind of like the same concept. Your own human body is the general contractor, and you have many different types of cells. Those that give you protection, those are epithelial cells, and your skeletal system also provides protection as well. You have a nervous system. You have, of course, a muscular system as well. There's 4 types of tissues: epithelial, muscular, connective, and nervous. So when you see all these different types of cells, it allows that type of an organism to become more efficient. Just like many different types of subcontractors makes that process more efficient. They're going to contact someone who does the dirt work, someone who pours the foundation, someone who puts up the skeleton of the building, someone else who does the roofing, someone else who does the plumbing. And probably the last one would be, or 2, you could say, would be the electrical work, the sheetrocking. So all those are different types of subcontractors that makes that general contractor more efficient. Again, that's what we're dealing with when we're talking about cells, structure, and their function. Okay? anyone think they can give me some characteristics of this organ? In other words, how many layers of skin do you have? You have three. Okay. You have epidermis, you have a dermis, and then I'll call it subdermis or subcutaneous layer. Now, you refer to those in different types of, you could say, burn patients. Okay. Some really hot coffee in this mug. Oops, you spilled on your hand. Okay? First degree burn. Does that need to be seen by a doctor? No. Best thing you can do is go to a sink, turn on the cold water, let cold water run over your hand for a few minutes. Okay? Well, what about if your car is overheating in the summertime? Do you want to open up that radiator cap? No. What do you think? And I don't know the true answer to that either, but a general idea of how hot that water and antifreeze would be. 240 degrees, maybe. So that's Fahrenheit. What is that substance going to do to your hand should you get it on there? It's going to go right past the epidermis. Remember, this was just coffee you spilled in your hand. It just might slightly agitate your epidermis. Now you get something a little warmer, like radiator fluid or hot water out of your car. You get that on your skin. It's going to go a little deeper, down to your dermis, which is your living layer. Okay? Well, unfortunately, if someone is trying to, let's say, light a hot water heater, okay? You open up the valve and you hear coming through there, and they finally get the spark, and all of a sudden, for everyone who's had a gas grill, all of a sudden, whoosh! What finally ignites in your grill? The propane. Same thing with a water heater, but the difference between your grill and that water heater, you got a little more protection in the grill. For one thing, you could slam the door shut, plus you're standing over top of it, and you're probably standing back of it. When you're working with a water heater, and should that go whoosh, your face might be about that far away. What is that fire going to do to someone's face, their shoulder, maybe their hand? It's kind of like taking probably like a piece of paper and just pull that off of it, and it's just all dead skin coming off of it. And that's what can happen with, unfortunately, with burn victims. But how deep is that going? All the way down to your what? All the way down to your bone. Okay? So those are very, very severe. So when we have these flattened types of cells, when we flatten your epidermis out, it's more so of a protective function. Okay? So the cell shape is going to be correlated to that cell's function. Okay? I probably tried and failed to draw these yesterday. Nerve cells. Okay? We saw an example.
Volleyball practice will be held at 2:30 today. Once again, volleyball practice will be held at 2:30 today.
Okay? And when it comes to nerve cells, how fast do they communicate with one another? Yeah. So should you be going up for a block in volleyball? Should you be going up for a block in volleyball? Your teammate's standing right next to you. You come back down, and your ankle does one of these. So you roll your ankle. Are you going to feel that right away? Yeah. Your nervous system is that efficient. It works just like that. Okay? So you would not want them to be spread out and thin. Get what you want them spread out. And my point is its structure is related to its function, what we tried to draw yesterday. Okay? 15 minutes left. Okay. So one aspect to look at us as humans as multicellular organisms. Are we made up of maybe, let's say, 200 million cells, or possibly closer to a billion cells? We have a lot, because the smaller the cell, the more surface area you're going to have. Okay? And one way to think about that, okay, is, or one way to picture that is if we were to enlarge a silver dollar, or we'll just make a bigger circle here. Okay? So that's got a specific surface area around that, but if we start making all of these little types of cells in here, once you start adding all of these surface areas up, which one's going to be greater? All these little ones added together, or this big one? Do you think? It's actually all of those. So that's why we are multicellular organisms. And if we had a cell this large, inside, what's going to be produced that's going to start to poison you? Different types of toxins. Probably the biggest one starts with the letter U. Only 4 letters. I think you know what it is. You all go to the men's and ladies' room. Your kidneys work with this. Your ureters and your bladder. Urea. Okay? You filter urea out of your bloodstream because it does become toxic. That's what allows us to, again, be very efficient multicellular organisms. Okay. So the larger the cell, the more nutrients would require. Metabolic waste would accumulate too quickly. Would not be able to get rid of them very efficiently at all. Okay, tomorrow I want to start with this. Just to give you a sense on, unfortunately, how, I want to say, different types of substances can work, and how maybe say how evil and kind it can be. This is what we're trying to describe yesterday. Okay? So this was on the news. It says ABC News, right? So you have to be watching them. Right?
Attack in Syria. The country has been in the grips of civil war for 6 years now. Tonight, we're also taking inside ISIS-controlled territory to meet the innocent families caught in the middle of the chaos. Here's what Nightline told me in Harris.
These are the frantic and horrifying scenes from a suspected sarin gas attack in northern Syria. And a conflict as increasingly challenging for reporters to cover. These graphic images posted online by activists and people who live in the area show victims, many of them children, struggling to breathe. First responders rushing, ripping off clothes, and spraying survivors with water. As many as 58 people dead, and some claim the toll could rise above 100. Scattered in the mud, the bodies of lifeless children suspected of being poisoned in a chemical attack allegedly orchestrated by their own government. Especially and live before the attack.
But unfortunately, what happens, okay, some of these are biological agents. Some of them are also what we find in nature. Do you want to know what cancer actually does? Say that again. It doesn't manipulate there. Well, it might manipulate the nucleus to start to divide uncontrollably. And when that happens, do those cells have a function? No, they do not. Cells, when they continue to divide, if it gets to be big enough, you call that a what? Starts the letter T. That's a tumor. That's right. So it's unfortunate that some of these in viruses will manipulate they can manipulate your DNA. In other words, these substances pass by your plasma membrane and get into your cells very easily. And that's what we see happening on that video we just saw. Some of these agents out there are quite tragic. For some reason, it has that type of catastrophic effect on us. Again, I really don't know what the future of that, well, no one knows what the future of that country will be. You see the tragic side effects of what is going on overseas. So with that, and one of the reasons that you see, why do you suppose that you call them first responders? Why are they taking water and spraying the men, the women, the children? What's water going to do? What could it possibly do? If there's any type of residual chemicals existing around their body, it could wash them off. What this substance does, it gets into your nervous system, and you can see, what did it do to those people? It just laid there and did what? They can't breathe. They're trying to breathe as much as they can, but it's just not happening. They're paralyzed. And again, that's just very unfortunate that these things take place. Be thankful we live in a country over here that we don't have to worry about things. We hope we don't. So it's one of the things that kind of count your blessings. All right. So we will continue with this tomorrow. So here is that website. If you click on this, it goes to the Science Channel's YouTube, and you would find the appropriate